is now my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest, Ms. Trina Chakraborty, before this August gathering. A Chevening scholar with a Master's in Human Rights from the University of Essex and a TIS graduate, Ms. Trina Chakraborty began her career in CSR with the Tata Group in Care, India. Joining CRY in 2002, she has led volunteer action and now serves as director for the East, also anchoring volunteer engagement and IT. Driven by her belief that children can change the world, she is dedicated to transforming young lives. I request the Dean of Xavier Law School to kindly come up on the dais to felicitate Ms. Trina Chakraborty with a memento for gracing us with her presence. I request Dean ma'am to kindly stay on the dais as we introduce our other dignitaries of the day.
I would like to now introduce our esteemed guest, Advocate Meet Roy, Calcutta High Court, before this August gathering. Apart from having worked as a correctional home visiting lawyer and deputed lawyer providing legal aid and support to vulnerable groups, Advocate Meet Roy is also a panelist as resource person at Doordarshan Bangla. He has also contributed to preserving historical records as an executive member of the Alipur Museum or the Museum for Memorable Case Records, and also serving as an honorary external member under the POSH Act with several government and non-government institutions and panel council in the State Legal Services Authority and High Court Legal Services Committee. I request the Dean of Xavier Law School to kindly felicitate Advocate Meet Roy with a memento for gracing us with his presence.
I now take this opportunity to introduce our esteemed guest, Ms. Nivedita Bhattacharjee, before this August gathering. Ms. Nivedita Bhattacharjee, founder, director of Persona, brings 40 plus years of experience in theatre, communication, education, and mental health practice. A certified trainer with Trinity College London and the University of West London, she has consulted for publishers and schools on speech, drama, and life skills. An acclaimed theatre performer and TEDx speaker, she blends creativity and therapeutic expertise to inspire and empower individuals. Her lifelong mission is to use her work as a tool for social transformation. I request the Dean of Xavier Law School to kindly felicitate Ms. Nivedita Bhattacharjee with a memento for gracing us with her presence.
I would now like to take a moment to introduce an organization that continues to inspire us through its work, Sanjog. Founded in 2012, Sanjog is a system-thinking global civil society organization and social impact organization that builds equity in society by empowering marginalized communities. Sanjog works with varied stakeholders within the system and forges partnerships that facilitate effective policy building and collaborations between philanthropists and grassroots organizations, CSOs and survivors, policymakers and marginalized youth, and dominant and marginal social identities. I request the Dean of Xavier Law School to kindly felicitate Ms. Devdatta Bhattacharjee and Ms. Devarati Chaudhary jointly with a memento for gracing us with their presence.
we move on to the keynote presentation. This insightful presentation on the theme Honor versus Morality, the role of law, society and institutions in addressing honor culture and crimes has been meticulously prepared and will be delivered by Ms. Ayana Jotia, Mr. Raghav Jajodia and Mr. Saptak Das, students of Xavier Law School.
Honor, a word which itself means self-respect and one's personal integrity. Now, in our culture, this integrity isn't just personal, it's collective. In our society, we take so much pride in our traditions and norms that when these norms are disobeyed, there must be consequences. Suppose a couple engages in an intercaste marriage. Can you believe? They are shamed, they are considered as outcasts. They lose not only honor for themselves, but also for their entire families. Now, some believe that to restore this honor, these individuals shall be punished, humiliated, and even killed. This is what we call as honor crimes. So today, as we speak about honor culture, we shall also take a moment to put forward a question. Since when did protecting honor become more important than protecting life itself? Moreover,
now, let me give you a quick statistics about the murders being reported and the honor crimes being reported. So, around 2020 and 2022, there were around 29,000 cases of murders being reported. Sounds quite normal, right? But what is shocking is that around 25 to 33 cases of only honor crimes were being reported. That sums up being 0.1% of honor crimes being reported across 29,000 murders. The numbers may look rare, but they hide a very dangerous truth, a culture of silence. Now, why such less numbers of crimes are being reported relating to honor crimes? Because the survivors of honor crimes are hesitant to file the cases. They does not even know what is the meaning of honor crimes. Supposedly, in any of the small villages, if a woman is being harnessed with the honor crime, she does not even know what is the meaning of honor crime. So there is lack of awareness on her part. There is lack of awareness among the society as a whole, and as a result of which the less numbers of cases are being reported. Now, honor crimes are not just merely killing. Honor crime can include a vast number of legal crimes, which can be humiliation, social boycotts. And honor crimes are not just only limited to killing. And can you just imagine, there is no specific provision, section, which mandates honor crime. In the recent introduced bill of 2023, there has been introduced some new changes in the legal arena, but the provision for honor crime is still missing, and it is well justified. Why will the judiciary, why will the legislative try to incorporate any section or provision relating to honor crime when the cases are so less? However, there has been an introduction of National Commission for Protection from Honor Crime Bill 2024. It was merely introduced. It was not even passed. It was introduced in Delhi, but it dies quietly in the villages where it matters the most. So, ladies and gentlemen, the question here is that how can we promote honor crime? Like, how can we promote the awareness of honor crime such that the people in small villages know the real meaning, the real intent of honor crime? Now, I want all of you to give you a reality check of a case which happened in 2007 in Haryana. Imagine yourself walking by a canal in a forest. You are just moving ahead, and your eyes scan the silted bed, and you see it, legs, human legs tied together with a rope. That was the exact scenario near Minor Canal in Haryana. There were two lifeless bodies of a couple named Manoj and Babli. What was their crime? Their crime was that they dared to love beyond their caste and tradition. The Khap Panchayat ruled that they should be punished. Why? Because they tried to love within their same gotra. This was their punishment. And who punished them? Their own community members, their own family members. This tried to give a chilling message to one who tried to defy honor. And honor in the name of killing. Honor in the name of blood. This was the exact scenario in 2007. And how were they kidnapped? They were brutally kidnapped, brutally abducted, and there were lots of blood. This is the reason why honor crime should be promoted. The awareness of honor crime should be promoted. Now, who regulates such honor crime? Like in small villages in northern part of India, the Khap Panchayats, who are the so-called regulatory bodies who try to regulate the legal system in the small villages, they try, according to them, their motto is speedy justice. Now, speedy justice, if a justice is hurried, then the justice is buried. This is the exact scenario which is being promoted in the Khap Panchayats. Khap Panchayats try to defy the honor, when the honor are being promoted, when the people are trying to live on their own terms. Moreover,
another part to this problem is witch hunting, something that is still prevalent in states like Jharkhand, Odisha, and Gujarat. Women, often widows or women belonging to poor communities, are accused of being witches. The reason, you ask? The reason being as simple as jealousy, property disputes, and even revenge. They have to face humiliation, terrible beatings, and even death in some cases. But you see, this is all done in the name of protecting one's izzat. Whose izzat? Not the communities, but the people who are humiliated and given beatings and even killed in the cases. Izzat is not the communities, but the people's. Is this truly what we are trying to protect? It has become so much more about log kya kahenge, a phrase that has been ruling the society more than any law ever. But things are changing now. NGOs have been stepping up, like the ASHA and Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan have been providing shelter, legal aid, and even conducting awareness campaigns. They document survival stories and expose the reality, the truth, something officials often fail to do. NGOs have also been working with the police to conduct gender sensitization in order to ensure that the complaints of victims are not dismissed. Police cells have been training special cells to make sure that people are educated, they are aware of their rights and their freedom. It's not curbed. Law enforcement have been stepping up. They've been building safe houses in states like Haryana for threatened couples. The judiciary is also showing awareness. How, you may ask? They've been directing state governments to make safe houses and direct standard procedure to investigate, prosecute such crimes so that they are dealt with swiftly and fairly. One-stop centers under the Ministry of Women and Child Development under the Nirbhaya Fund have been set up. What do these centers do? They provide legal aid, medical aid, police facilitation, and even temporary shelter to women who are put under such humiliation and such terrible beatings. But you see, NGOs and law alone cannot solve this issue. They cannot solve this problem alone because a verdict can punish, surely, but it cannot reform. This is where society has to change. It has to evolve. How, you may ask? That is where media and social platforms step up. Media and social platforms have been exposing these crimes to all the younger generations and everyone who are there on media and social platforms. Because of course, all of us watch media, news, use Instagram, WhatsApp. Of course, the exposure has been striking nationwide outrage, which has created immense backlash. This immense and intense backlash has been forcing authorities to act faster. This is the way forward. NGOs stepping in, police acting in a hurry, police taking steps, courts standing firm, and young people, this younger generation, fighting with courage and conviction. This is the way forward. 3 simple words: educate, empower, enforce. You may ask, will these crimes ever end? Will the crimes in the name of honor ever end? Maybe not entirely, but they have to become so rare, so condemned, that the thought itself, the thought alone is shameful. Because the true honor, the kind that deserves protection, is in standing up for personal freedom and standing up with courage. Thank you.